Nice.
Good Friday evening, everybody. How the heck you doing on this beautiful, beautiful Friday night in Detroit, Michigan?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Manny Vitale, host of My Fight Our War and co-host of Music and Mayhem with my brother Skylar Ray. And it is just another great day here in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit chilly, but you know what? It's February the 21st in Detroit, Michigan. It's supposed to be cold.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you guys had a great week and are getting ready for an even better weekend. Just getting some stuff together here and chit chatting with some people and a future guest who is going to be on the show Monday, Mr. Jeremy Ross,
Yeah.
who is going to be our guest this Monday at promptly 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. ish this Monday with Jeremy Ross. Really looking forward to it. The guy has got a ton of energy and passion for
Mm-hmm.
sure. We've got a lot of things in common. Um, let's just say we talking Harleys. This could be a very long show. In fact, after talking to him, it's probably going to turn into. It's not going to be a one and done, and it's usually not a one and done with anybody that comes on the show. So we're going to be talking about a lot of different stuff. So let's get this rolling, and let's see what is that up there. Let's bring on OG.
Oh, thank you for bringing me out of the green room. I was getting kind of stuffy in there, It's kind of small. Oh, put me back in it. Come out.
Never mess with the guy that has control of the camera. That reminds me of Sonny Joe that used to, or he was a DJ at 96.3 back in the day. Some guy tried to heckle him. Bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because the host or the DJ, whoever is in charge that has the microphone, will always have the last word. So, as you can see, just getting some stuff together here, going over some paperwork, going over some details of upcoming shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on earlier, and uh, hopefully you guys got a chance to check out our show Wednesday with Benjamin Lerner on Music and Mayhem with
Oh, that
Skylar
was
Ray.
energetic.
Man, I tell you what, um, has and I love doing this stuff. Not only, like I said, the shows itself, Music and Mayhem, getting to know the person, the artist, the music, and all that stuff, of course. But what I like as being the host of these shows is I love the whole story, not just hey, Benjamin Lerner, Matt Keegan, Kalichi, Skylar Ray, King Handsome. Yeah, they got some great music, man. They're excellent rappers, artists, musicians, blah blah blah. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, you cannot forget the lovely Kayla McCahey when you bring up Skylar Ray.
Absolutely.
That voice is freaking gold, man. It is just, man. I tell you what, the first time I heard Skylar and Kayla, I just when I get going, if I'm fired up before a show, which I usually always am, I pace. Or if there's a Lions game on or a hockey game, Detroit Hockey Red Wings, I pace and I'm just all over. Before Skylar came on, I can't remember how many different songs with him and Kayla, and I'm just constantly just showing OG the phone. I'm like, "Do you hear
Oh,
this? Do
yeah.
you hear this? Do you hear this?" And so yeah, just incredible artist. But back to what I was talking about, and your ears must have been ringing,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Jeremy Ross, because folks, I tell you what, when I say you don't want to miss Monday's show, you don't want to miss Monday's show
Jeremy in the
because
house.
Jeremy's going to be in, and I know we all have a story to tell. And we chit chat a little bit before coming on live tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and he nailed it, man. You get some people who will, you know, try to say the right things to come on a show, like, "Oh yeah, watch all the time," and this, and then you may ask a question or two about a show, like, "Oh well, what do you like best? Do you like this?" And they're like, because they never even watched it. They heard about it. But Jeremy, we were talking,
You knew a lot.
and he goes, I want to just share a couple things. He goes, but obviously, he goes, I know that you don't want to know too much because I know you love the shock and awe part.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, just
Right
goes to
there.
show because that's the part I do love about hosting these shows is when I'm interviewing a guest and that guest reveals something, and I can see the comments coming over, and by reading the comments, I can already picture the people going like this, "What the?" And
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy that too. So Jeremy nailed it. And so we chatted a little bit about Monday's show. And what we're going to do is it's not going to be a one and done, just like the rest of the guests. You guys, I've had many people come on multiple times. And
Good stories.
yeah, so we got a lot in common with the MC world, a lot in common with other things as well. So really, really looking forward to it, Jeremy. So appreciate it. So make sure spread the word for this Monday at exactly promptly 7 p.m. ish Eastern time. And for my special guest, Jeremy Ross. And I see that OG is responding to people that I have no idea who's on.
Cousin Tony's on, Danny's on.
Yep, I see Cousin Tony, Danny, and Katie. So to Cousin Tony and Danny and Katie, hope all is well, because on the monitor, I don't see you guys, but you are on the phone, obviously, because OG's got you. So I tell you, man, I feel like I've been away for a long time or something. I feel like we haven't
24 hours.
Yeah, I just feel like we haven't. I mean, I'm usually on this damn thing all day, every day, and it just Danny Gibson, hey, back at you, brother. And I do want to give a shout out to my brother Skylar Ray, who is a little under the weather, but when you're, me and Skylar, we sleep maybe an hour and a half. Well, he might sleep a little more than me. He might get an hour and 45 minutes. But we both just have that same mindset, just grind, work. The difference is my brother, Skylar Ray, and Kayla Mulcahy need their rest. Why is that, you ask?
Why?
Because tomorrow, February 22nd, which is a Saturday, Saturday, February the 22nd, at 6 p.m. at 211 Northeast 18th Avenue, they are going to be performing. They are doing a concert tomorrow. The Road to Recovery tour is launching. It is continuing. It is just blowing the roof off everything they touch. And they're going to be at Another Chance Rehab doing a show. So please, if you are in the area, you do not want to miss this. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. And that's coming from someone who has not seen them perform live, only in their videos. And I am so looking forward to, when are we going? August to Connecticut to do an event together, which is going to be insane, because not only is it going to be, we will be there, and of course, so will Skylar, Kayla, King Handsome. It looks like Benjamin Lerner. It's up in the air about Matt Keegan, DJ Bobby Boom. And then the people who are the locals, the family there, which is, AJ Galante, Ian Bick, Matt Cronin. Now, they are not committed to anything at all. All I'm saying is they're there. And I have been known to just last second, hey, it's Manny. Want to go live? What? Now. So you never know. That's all I'm saying. No, none of them have committed to anything. The last ones I just mentioned. But as Papa Vitale said, son, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So I will always ask. Stacy, how you doing? Katie and Danny and, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. The little ones, little family, little man, and
send us their names, because he's
so
drawing
sorry.
a blank.
Is it Jacob and what? It's the old timers. Katie, Danny, I apologize. What are their names again? I am literally drawing a blank, man. I apologize. So once we get their names, we can give them a shout out. And also, on a bit of a somber note, I do want to give a shout out to my brother Screaming Scott Randall, who condolences to Screaming Scott Randall and his family. Scott lost his father, and the funeral was today. So to Screaming Scott Randall, to their family, Scott, our thoughts and prayers are with you. May your dad rest in peace, man. Sorry for your loss. And I just celebrated 5 years, was it 7 years? Yeah, I just
your dad,
had the 7-year anniversary of losing my dad last, I think it was Tuesday. And not only that,
Mhm.
another family member, Karen, and AKA Trouble, unfortunately lost her mother, Phyllis, who they were big time watchers of our show. And I found out that um, Karen's mom, Phyllis, um, had some serious medical issues, and
Mhm.
she was not verbal
Mm-mm.
and would just kind of stare.
Very
And
frail.
I tell you what, Karen took the most wonderful, beautiful care of such a wonderful, beautiful person. And she said that anytime that she always loved watching us, and she'd have it us on YouTube, and Karen would snuggle up in bed and just hold her mom, and they would watch our show. And certain times, it was just us being us, and her mom was very fixated on the TV. And she said that Karen came on and said, "Just so you know, we're watching," and said, "Me and my mom, Phyllis." And I just said, "Hey, Phyllis." Hi. And I, at this time, never met her, but just shout out
Mhm.
to Phyllis. And I'm
Mhm.
talking, talking, talking. And I would do that every time I would see her name. And Karen sent a message one time saying, "You have no idea how much that means to me when you give a shout out to my mom," because, and she still didn't tell me she wasn't verbal at this time because of her condition. I can't remember if it was Alzheimer's or dementia,
I don't
but there was
remember.
just flat affect. There was just nothing. But she said every time I would say her name, her eyes would get big and she'd smile and just stare at the TV. And I had the pleasure of meeting her one time. She came up to Wolverine Harley, and they were going on a camping trip. And her mom was in the nice camper. And I walked in to meet her, and she's just sitting at the table, had her some cookies and some orange juice, and she's sitting there. And I walk in, and I go, "Hi, Phyllis, how you doing?" And she was just staring. And
Mhm.
Karen told me that what the issue was, and it really caught me off guard because I had no idea. So as I'm talking to her, every time I go to talk, she'd look away and she'd just kind of look up. I was like, okay, well, I've been in the medical field a long time, along with
Mhm.
as a police officer. I've been in as a first responder. So I kept talking to her just as she comprehends and understands everything. And I'd start talking to her again. She'd look away and just look up. Well, Karen pointed. The TV was mounted up there.
Oh.
And every time she'd hear my voice, she would start of the TV and say, if I'd say Phyllis, she was, so it was very nice. But unfortunately, we lost Phyllis as well. So to Karen and to Scott, our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. We love you guys, and
Mhm.
we're here for you. And
Now on a totally different note.
we got Adam is here, King
Mhm.
Handsome is here, and I just saw.
Dominic and Remington.
There you go. See, I was close. I said Jacob. You know what? When you're not sure, just fall back and punt. And I punted. So to Danny Gibson and to Katie and to Dominic and Remington, have a happy, happy Friday. Love you guys. Um, Sunshine is in the house.
All right.
And I see Sunshine. You've been ill, my dear. I see you've been spending some time back and forth because of sinus issues and other issues as well. So sending you some positive thoughts and prayers as well, Sunshine. So you get those pooches and get some puppy love going on, and you'll be good as new.
Mhm.
Susie sending some love as she's laying on my foot, chewing on my toe.
Oh, great.
So um, thoughts and prayers. Danny, appreciate that, brother. And again, a quick shout out to Skylar. You better take care of yourself there, brother, because you're going to be jumping all around on the stage, doing your thing tomorrow. So you're going to need your energy.
Well, being on the stage for him is probably a lot like being on this for you. It's a good thing.
Oh yeah,
Brings you energy.
yeah, and just it's the excitement that he has when we were talking about him singing him with when he gets up there and he starts rapping and entertaining, it just takes over because that's just Skylar.
Mhm.
And ever since I've started doing this, um, you hear the word. It's I found a passion. It's my passion, and I've really used that word because I really could give a shit about anything in the past. So passion wasn't a word I used unless I was just bullshitting about it. Yeah, is this your passion, Manny? Yeah, whatever. And that's pretty much how it was. And I tell you what, there was only a few things outside of church, obviously, that were like a passion for me. And that is obviously church and God above is a passion. Um, my belief, obviously, and hockey, getting me on the ice, man. I gave my body to that sport for a long time.
Still paying.
Being on a Harley, being on that bike, and come to find out this right here, being part of this crazy, wonderful, not so wonderful, joyful, terrible, up and down social media world that I've decided to jump in with both feet is something that I absolutely love. I love it. So when I hear Skylar, Kalichi, Matt Keegan, Benjamin Lerner, King Handsome, all these people talk about their passion, what they do as far as their talents as artists, that I feel that doing this, being able to engage with you guys, being able to get into the heads and these minds of each guest, doesn't matter who, all of you who have been on this show, know what I'm talking about. Sunshine, you know what I'm talking about. I use you for an example a lot when people come on who are a little bit nervous about thinking, well, we get a lot of times where they say that, that doesn't matter. Oh, my story's not as important.
Correct.
Mine's not as intense. Mine, isn't going to touch people.
They don't think it's going to be impactful, but
oh yeah,
yeah,
my story's not. And I told you before you even went on, I said, listen, I see you. I see what's going on. I, just from hearing, I said, trust me, man. And next thing you know, I mean, you saw the loving you were getting. You were blowing it up with people. You were touching them on a lot of limits or levels. I'm sorry, a lot of different levels. So you'll always hear me say that our words matter. It doesn't matter what your status is, who you are, what you do. Our words matter. What you say could literally save somebody's life. So, King Handsome, man. Well, we haven't seen you and heard from you in a long time. I know you've been busy. I just I miss hearing from you guys. For a while there, first thing in the morning, it's just like we'd have our morning chats. Phone would go off, it'd be King Handsome, and then I'd get a hold of Skylar, then Skylar would get a hold of King Handsome. I mean, it was just like the OG be sitting there. Who's that? He's like, King Handsome just texted me. I'm like, you got me too. So love you, brother. And April 20th, is it?
Yeah. Is that when?
I think it's the 20th. Am I right?
I believe if you are absolutely right.
You sound surprised. You're actually right. Oh, yeah.
Actually, he's got.
Yeah, since I'm actually right, because OG is the one who's on top of everything as far as getting the plans and details, as far as all the, as far as like the flights, the shows, the times, the destinations, where we're going, what time we got to be there, who's going to be on
cars, packing the bag.
Let's see. Well, we have. She has let's say we have some issues when it comes to cars. When we get to,
we rent cars.
Always an adventure. So what I try to do now, as soon as we get to the rental, is try to go live as soon as possible, because I don't know if it'll be the last live I ever do. So as we're sitting there, usually it's okay, let's put it in drive, which means the wipers start to go. And then that's followed by, oh shit,
that's true.
Seems like then she turns them off, which means she hit the delay. So as she now she goes to put it in drive. Now the blinkers are going. So then she turns the blinker off as the wipers start going on delay.
Turn the headlights on.
So now it's just like everything's going as we're still sitting there in neutral. Finally, we get in gear. So she's like, okay. So we're backed up to a fence, which is backed up to these boulders, which go over like a little cliff. She's like, okay, well, we're all good. We're in reverse now. We're good to go. As I'm steering forward to the road and reverse is a cliff. I'm like, that'd be great if we were going backwards. So then we get to our destination, and she's like, that son of a bitch. I go, now what? She goes, it won't shut off. Why won't this thing won't
the way,
shut
how
off?
do I
And she's
turn the
pushing,
engine
pushing, turning the engine off. And I look down. I go, because you're pushing the park button to put it in park.
What
Oh,
cars have a button for park? You
this
know, you're
car,
using the
it was a
the
Volvo.
yeah, well, they
It
have
had
a
a stick
button for
shift. It
park.
had a stick, so you would, but it wouldn't actually move all the way down.
It wasn't a stick shift, it just had a stick.
Yeah, so you would, instead of going park, reverse, neutral, drive, you would
Mhm.
just kind of flip
Like
it down,
normal.
and it would go back up. So you'd bring it down, it'd go like reverse, neutral, then drive. But then for park, there was a button that you would
Had to
push.
push a button
So,
on the console.
but before
Who
that,
knew?
it had the button that usually you push the button to start the car.
Yep. That's how you
She's
do it
just
in my
sitting
car.
there. She's like, "It won't start. It won't start. It won't start. It won't start." She's pushing, pushing, putting. I look down and it says, "Turn to start."
There's a knob to turn to start the car. What cars have knobs to turn?
The one we were in.
Yeah, absolutely. Took us a while to get it was a slow start.
So
We
that's
got off
why
the
I'm just
plane.
like going,
So
I
he's
love
on
you
live.
guys. This may be the last time you see me. Why? Because
Yeah.
so it's always an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
But it's strange, but yes, nowadays.
Yeah, you never know. You gotta really
Oh
have
my
a
God.
owner's manual
it
in
is
front of you.
must
to
have
turn it
Dan
on.
must have been a Toyota. It was a Volvo.
Yeah, it was a Volvo.
And then of course we run into a ice storm, a snowstorm, ice storm, freezing
yeah,
rain.
right.
So we go out the next day, and of course there's no scraper.
Car's an ice cube,
I mean,
literally an
it's
ice
encased. Encased. You walk out the door, the whole drive is just solid ice. So we go
Mhm.
sliding right down to the car.
cube. Mhm.
I mean, I just laugh. I mean, then we get to the studio, and the studio has no power. We have no
Like
power.
one thing after another. Boom,
The day
boom,
before
boom.
that, we got there and we were going to do a show. It was going to be just me. Matt Cronin, our producer, thought it'd be a good idea. We were going to do just one, instead of me interviewing a guest. He was going to basically be asking me questions just to get a little deeper into me and different things about my past, the show, different events, just so people who are new to My Fighter War can get to know a little bit more about me on a personal level. So we do this whole thing. The next day we get there. Besides the okay, no, wait a minute. That was yeah, okay. So the next day was not the ice day, because the next day we had Leroy Ebron show up
Little Leroy.
with his
Where's
wife,
Leroy? He's off and on here.
with his wife Carol,
Where are you, Leroy?
and yeah, and his nephew and niece,
Mhm.
and yeah. So we're sitting there, and all of a sudden Matt walks up, and he's just shaking his head. It's like every time, it's always no, not good, not good. Now what? You know that whole show that we did, me and you? Yep. Sucks. Done. My mic was jacked up for some reason. When I go to talk, there was like a pop, some crackling. So that whole show I did was for shit. So that's how the whole event started.
An hour and a
The
half
next
down
day
tubes.
was the bad weather was coming in. It was announced all weekend. So of course we got people who also had to hear bad weather. Oh, we can't make it. We can't make it. So I've got, we fly in from Detroit to do these shows, and then people cancel, and I get it. Things happen, things change. That's not an issue. I'm not pissed off at anyone, because you know what, I had the last time we were there, and I never cancel anything. If I'm breathing, I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know my throat, my voice issues. The last time we were there, I did, I think, 10 shows, and in 2 days. The last day we had 3 more shows
Couldn't
scheduled,
do the last 3.
and I couldn't do them because I couldn't talk. So things happen on both sides. So I was like, son of a bitch. But we were able to get Leroy Ebron on. And all I can say is, guys, you got to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And give Leroy some loving on the Leroy Ebron show on YouTube. There's some chatter with me and Leroy about we're going to be doing some stuff, but I got to let him talk about that, because that's stuff that's pretty big that's going on in his life.
Oh yeah,
So
that's right.
and it was so funny because we were sitting there and he was talking about it, but he was talking about it in a kind of a roundabout way, and it was like, "This sounds great. This sounds great." And then he was kind of stumbling, not stumbling, but kind of talking around it a little bit. And all of a sudden, his wife Carol's like, Manny, he wants you to be part of this. And I was just like, and then Leroy's like, I was gonna tell him. And it was so funny. She's like, well, you weren't. So we'll leave that up to Leroy. But yeah, it was a good time. And so we were able to get Leroy Ebron on.
Mhm.
And then we had AJ Galate. What
Good
a
guy.
show.
Good guy.
I mean, it's so funny because we got together because he's part of course, the Danbury Trashers years ago. And that's that show. Go to Netflix. Trust me. Go to Netflix, check out Danbury Trashers, or go to Untold Crime and Penalties
Oh, good.
with
It's great.
and it's the documentary on Netflix, and it's all about AJ, his dad, the hockey team, and oh my God. And just to let you know how jaw dropping it really is. For those of you who saw a few shows ago, I had a friend of mine on, my brother, John Morton, who was the former head athletic trainer for the Detroit Red Wings.
That was a good show.
And I was talking, with John, and I told him, I go, yeah, I'm going to go to New York to the studio, and I've got AJ coming on. And I said his name, and being a hockey guy, John was like, are you kidding me? He goes, you know him? I'm like, yeah. We were together last time we were there at one of the games for this new team, the Danbury Hat Tricks.
Mhm.
So he goes, Manny, I've seen that documentary like 3 times with my jaw on the floor, just like, I can't believe this.
Laughing.
So those of you who have Netflix, trust me, go to Untold Crime and Penalties or Danbury Trashers with AJ Galante, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
It's good.
So
it's good.
We had a great show with AJ and a great conversation.
Mhm.
And then we had Nelson Rodriguez come on, who I was a guest on his show, and he was on mine in the past. Unfortunately, there were some technical issues with the show, so we had to redo it. So it turned out fine. And then we ended things up with the one and only Anthony Morrissey, coach himself,
Mhm.
with the Brian Cody's Brothers and Sisters Foundation. And man, I tell you what, we have been chit-chatting back and forth, myself and Coach. And I had the pleasure of learning about Coach from my brother Skylar Ray, and the work they've been doing together for years. And just hearing so much about him. I
Mhm.
mean, you hear about someone all the time, even though you've never met them. You get to picture them in your head, and you get to, almost like them. And sure enough, we're talking, and he said, he goes, yeah, man, yeah. He goes, I hear so much about you. It's almost like I know you. And I started laughing. I go, well, it's like shit. The same with you. And we hear about you from King
Mhm.
Handsome and everyone else here. And so I told him, how we would love to be part of his organization, his foundation in any way. And he goes, well, Skylar's part of it, and he's going to be here at the end of August, and this and this and this. And he was trying to get at if there's any way we could be there. And I said, Coach, we're going to be there the same time. He's like, what?
Really?
I said, yeah, we're going to be there, man. And I said, so if we can be part of it, he goes, no, you are part of it now. He goes, you're going to be a featured speaker. You're this. I mean, boom, it was done, handled. So we were able to have Coach come on and talk about his foundation, talk about Brian, his other kids,
Oh,
Mimi, his wife.
so much intense. It
He
really is intense and passionate.
oh my
Woo.
God, the intensity, the love,
Mhm.
the passion that he has for his family. Not only that, for the people in his community is unquestionable. And I'm very honored to be part of this uh, foundation with Coach and Mimi and all of his kids and the people of Connecticut that he's reaching. So we're in, and we're going to
Mhm.
be doing a lot of work with Coach and Mimi as well. So good times. There goes my voice again.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's got 8 kids. One, he has a biological kid. All the rest are adopted or just taken in or just, the man's got a heart.
And
Just amazing.
you talk about a small world.
Mhm.
Here it is, Connecticut.
Oh, yeah, that's
small
right.
little, a small little, state,
State.
Connecticut, right? Next thing you know, we got Leroy
Leroy's
Ebron.
in the
It's
house.
about time, man. I mean, I know you're big time now, Leroy, and I'm just this little nobody in Detroit. But you show some brother some love, man. Here I am promoting Leroy Ebron's
Yeah,
house
he was promoting you.
every
Yes, he
time,
was.
all day, every day, and I can't get any loving from my brother Leroy. I'm just messing with you. You know I love you, Leroy. I was just telling everybody about our show that we did, and I know that you've got some pretty amazing things in your future. And I
Yes.
was just telling I didn't give anything away,
Mm-mm.
but I did tell them that it's very well deserved because you've got a hell of a story. And if there's any way I can help you in any way, man, you know I'm in, brother. I was here last night. I just burped.
That's okay.
Um,
That's normal.
damn, what was I gonna say? What was I saying? Oh, what was I
You're
saying?
talking little small world.
Oh
And
yeah, small with everything
there you
Connecticut,
go.
right? It's not we're talking Vegas. We're not talking, these, we're talking about Connecticut. We got first of all, it all started with Ian Bick doing his show
Mhm.
with his best friend and producer, Matt Cronin. Okay, bam. Well, anyways, I watched this Netflix with AJ Galante, and a lot of it was based on the show, the series, The Sopranos. Those of you who've watched The Sopranos, what's the son's name? AJ Soprano, right? Well, I
Mhm.
have a friend of mine. My brother now is AJ Galante, who is the son of Jimmy Galante. I'm not going to give the show away, but they go into detail about the issues with his dad, the accusations that were made, the legal issues that happened, the feds, the FBI, the Danbury Trashers, prison time, fighting, hockey, all rolled up in a beautiful little bow, and I absolutely loved it. But so we got that going on. So here I am talking to Skylar Ray. He goes, "Well, I got this guy, Anthony Morrissey, and he's talking about what this guy's heart of gold. He's going on and on and on and on and on." And he goes, he's in Milford,
New Milford.
New Milford, Connecticut. I'm like, which is like 25 minutes away from the studio.
Mhm.
Like, you got to be kidding. So we got him there. So then what do? We got Ian Bick, Matt Cronin, AJ Galante, Coach Dave, Coach Tony.
Mhm.
All of us are going to be there, and in this little town, raising all kinds of hell.
But you're talking about small world.
Oh, you're talking about Coach?
And
Well,
Matt.
here, as Ochi was saying, Coach has 8 children,
kids.
and most of them are adopted, so different last names. Well, with Matt, he's like, "That's where I grew up." He goes, "It's so small, everyone knows everyone. I got to know them." So we're giving names. Nope, 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 no idea. We all meet at the studio with the power being out, so we're jumping through hoops to make this work for Coach. And so as we're talking at the new setup that we used, we're talking about New Milford. We're talking about different classes and schools. And all of a sudden, Matt's like, "Well, yeah, I know this person, I know that person." He goes, "I know this Brian, whatever." He goes, "That's my son." You could have heard a pin drop.
Mhm.
We went from no one knowing anybody to Matt knew all of his
All of his
children.
kids.
And as we're telling these stories, a
Small
story
world.
came up
Woo.
that
Oh, yeah.
I laughed my ass off. And I'll tell you, there's two. Remind me about the dog with the eyes shit. I'll talk about that because when I find something funny, I don't give a shit if I'm at a funeral home or wherever. I'm gonna be laughing my ass off. So we're sitting there, and Matt and Coach are talking about all this. He goes, "Yeah, my son," and telling they're swapping stories, and either tonight or tomorrow,
That's
me and you have
Leroy.
to do
Leroy
it
asked me
again.
to call
Or
him, so I'm going to
me.
call him after the show.
I will definitely get a hold of you, man, because I know that you had some stuff. So I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about or what, Leroy, but we will definitely handle that. We will definitely do it. I mean, so Matt and Coach are talking about all these wild stories of these high school kids and all that stuff. And then he brings up his other son. He goes, "Was it Jeremy or whatever the son was?" He
Eight of
goes,
them.
"The
I don't
other
know.
son." He goes, "Oh yeah, he tased me in the chest." he hit me with a taser in the chest. And it's like, oh, okay. And then they start talking. And I'm like,
Wait,
what? And I go, no. We're going back to this. I'm laughing hysterically. I like, oh, like that happens every day. It's like, I mean, that's like me telling my stories. Like, well, doesn't everyone get shot in the face on Tuesday? Doesn't everyone get stabbed in the face? Well, no. But when it comes to us, yes, we do. So here, not only did Matt know them, he knew them all. The one son tased him in the chest with a taser. And it's just like all of these stories. And it's just amazing. We all sat there and just kind of looked at each other like, you talk about something that was meant to be.
Yeah, because Matt didn't know Coach Tony from Adam. He
did not
just
know
got this guy
anything.
from New Milford.
Yeah. So, when you
Here's a
think
family.
about this,
I love it.
this all came about, and this has only been going on maybe not even a year is when I made my first contact with Ian Bick. And
July.
that was because I reached out to Ian and by email, by a call, the number to call him to come out and do a show. That's how the whole thing started. So we flew out there to do the show. The show went great. We had a great time. He said that he's looking forward to doing some stuff together, blah, blah. Just a great time. From that conversation, fast forward, 7 months, and we've got all these contacts. We've got a producer and an editor now. We've got AJ Galante. We've got Coach Dave, Coach Tony. We've got Leroy Ebron. We've got
King Handsome.
Well, no, I'm talking about the Connecticut thing. Just in that one thing.
He's next door to Connecticut,
and it's incredible. And then you look at Skylar. So we got Skylar Ray. Well, you got Skylar Ray. All of a sudden, we got King Handsome. King Handsome. Now you got Ty. You got Aaron All Nighter. You got all these other artists who are now going to be becoming part of the family with Music and Mayhem and My Fight Our War. It's just you sit there and it's just like, and that's why I don't sleep, man. I mean, it's just nonstop. You know what, Danny? Like Dan just said, it was meant to be. This whole thing was meant to be.
Each door opens. It's just so many more doors open.
Yeah, this whole thing about when one door closes, another opens.
Well, these just keep
in
opening
this case,
and opening.
We've had a door partly closed and 5 doors open.
Yeah,
and that other door opened back up, and it's just insane. And all of us. And all the family members, I can't wait to hear your pods. Oh, I'm telling you, Sunshine, it's going to be insane because we're all going to be there. We're all going to be there. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's Washington, right? So that's going to be.
They're also in
Skylar.
August, but Skylar's going to be there in August too, and in Washington, which is the same weekend.
But Brenda is in Washington.
Right.
Hands across the bridge.
Well, we're going to see you too,
so
Brenda.
We're going to be there, but that's just going to be.
And see Danny and Katie and Dominic and Remington.
I don't know if King Handsome's going to that and not everyone else, if that's something different. So I don't. The only thing I can say for sure is the stuff that we know for sure. We know that we're going to be there, and we know that Skylar's going to be there, and Kayla. So we know that for sure. For the Connecticut event was Coach and the
Hands Across the Bridge, Hands Across the Water, or
Hands Across the Bridge with Sunshine and Vancouver, Washington. Right, I think we're right.
It's Portland, Oregon, and Vancouver. They're right across.
Yep. So, all I was gonna say, Brenda, is you have better start. You got to take care of yourself, man, and
gotta be healthy.
We need you. We need you happy, healthy, and raring to go.
Get ready for lots of hugs.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm going to leave that on your head cold, and I'm going to take a wild guess, and that's supposed to be an I. So let's try that again. Yes, sir.
Oh. Labor Day. Oh,
see that?
Yeah.
I'm only messing with you. I know you don't feel good. So send you a big old hug. There you go, sir. Yes, sir. I saw it. Was there something else from either King Handsome or something that I missed? But Leroy, let's see. I will call after the show. Sounds good. And you let me know whenever you want to make that big announcement, man, and we'll bring you on live and share what Leroy's got going on. And it's insane. It's always an adventure. We did a show. First, it was myself and Leroy. He came on as a guest on My Fight or War. And it was it was a typical Manny Vitale, Leroy Ebron show. And when you see it, you'll know exactly what I mean. And then after that, we were going to just swap, and I was just going to come on his show. Um, but it was a little different because it wasn't like a interview. So Matt Cronin jumped in the fray, and it was almost like a moderator. So Matt was sitting in the middle, and it was like a tennis match. He was like,
Yeah.
"So Leroy, what about this story?" And then all of a sudden, it's just like, "Manny, what about that story?" And it was back and forth, back and forth. We were laughing so hard, and I hope that that Matt, we were talking about the outtakes. That's another reason I love going live, man, because I don't have outtakes because
you're listening
you
to
see
him.
it live. Every time I say something stupid, every time I do something stupid, everyone sees it, and I don't care. You know, that's what makes this fun and real and exciting because you never know what's going to happen. You never know when I'm going to be pushing the wrong button to start a car that you have to push and twist. And oh, did I say that out
Button for
loud?
park.
OG.
Button for park.
Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, we're good to go.
Who
We're
turns a knob to turn the
we're in
car
reverse now. We're good to go. Well, yeah. Goodbye, family. Why we're gonna go over a cliff since we're good to go.
off?
Oh my god.
And each time it's a different car. There's a different. The easiest one was the first one, which was the
Oh, that was
Mustang.
a Ford Mustang, man. That first time
Yeah, it was
getting
nice.
a nice Ford Mustang. It was hot as hell, and this nice black on black in black car. Woo. But it was a great time. Oh, let's see. I see sunshine. Oh, what am I
Sneezing.
missing?
She's sick, so she's sneezing and farting at the same time.
Oh, did you see my seal? I have a seal that can relate to that. It says, I sneezed, farted, and something else all at the same time. I think I saw God. I love that one because like, yes, I saw. Okay, it says, I miss you guys. I've been preoccupied with my poor pups getting back from that horrible place and still being sick. Going to make a couple changes regarding my job, choosing health over. But yes, it's got to be, got to take care of yourself, man, because without you, no one else is going to benefit from you. So, yeah, you know what? You take care of yourself. And like we've said many times, it's not selfish. It's recommended and it's needed. We come first because if we don't, if I didn't take care of myself first, man, I wouldn't be doing this. And no, it's not selfish. No, it's not all these other things. It's needed. So, that's what we got to do. We got to be the best, the happiest that we can be.
You want me to remind you about the dog and the
Oh, yeah.
because airplane? No.
Well, I just when I find something funny, I'm gonna laugh my ass off, man. And the whole thing with with Matt getting tased, I'm picturing it. I could just picture him sitting there, "Zah!" and but when he told the story, it was just like, oh yeah, your son tased me. Oh yeah. Then after this, I was like, whoa, I need details. Did you shit yourself? You shit yourself, didn't you? You fell over, right? You peed yourself. Tell me you peed yourself. And everyone's just staring at me. I'm like, oh, come on. That happened to me another time. I was at work and we're all talking about our fur babies. Sunshine, you'll like this. Or maybe you won't. No,
I think she'll like it.
you will. So I'm sitting there with all my coworkers. And of course, every time my dogs, I had Taz and Chopper. And my ma said, your dogs are as crazy as you are. Chopper just shit on the table. I was like, my dog shit on a table? And I'm laughing. People are like, your dog shit. I was like, I know, right? I mean, I was thinking impressive. And she's yelling outside and she shit on the picnic table, which is still kind of messed up. But I was just like, I'm picturing her jumping on the kitchen table and just taking a dump. Like, only my dog, right? So I'm at work. And my one friend, Felicia, is talking about her dog, Apollo. And she said, yeah, my dog, I love my dog, all of our fur baby stories. And she said how well trained he is, and he's this and he's that. And someone said something about, how long did it take you to train him? He goes, oh, well, he already had this other training because he was in classes to be a seeing eye dog. And like, oh, well, he doesn't do that. And they go, no, they had to remove him from the class because he had cataracts. And they're like, oh, that's terrible. And there's me. Yeah, cataracts. Oh my God.
Sing
The
eye
dog
dog.
had cataracts. I'm laughing. I'm
Oh.
losing it. And all of a sudden, I'm like doing those. I'm banging on the table. And all of a sudden, I look up and it's just like everyone's just staring at me. I was like, the dog, it's the seeing eye dog.
Seeing eye dog.
And the
Yeah.
dog had cataracts. So
Mm.
they're like, Maddie. I'm like, okay. So I finally stop. And I'm like, I can't stop. I can't stop. And I go, I have a question. And they're like, no, I got a question. I go, so did Apollo get a seeing eye dog? So did he have a like in his like a leash? Did he have a his own seeing eye dog? Oh, no one. They didn't think it was funny, but oh my God, I loved it. I loved it.
The irony of it.
Oh
you know?
yeah, my dog was kicked out of a class to becoming a seeing eye dog because he had cataracts. I mean, come on. The whole day I kept walking into shit. And I go, oh, I'm sorry, I was just pretending to be Apollo. That's mean. Oh my God. But I just say shit like that because Dr. Klein, who's going to be coming on the show, is a very good friend of mine. Very good. I love Dr. Klein so much. He is a dentist who is a specialist in TMJ that I've known for a long time. And we were working together, and he specializes in TMJ and stuff like that. And the training I had as a physical rehab trainer was mainly everything. I mean, shoulders, ACLs, knees, hips, backs. That was my thing. So working with him, I was only working on the jaw. So I was in the back working on a patient, and it was only me and him were the only males in the whole staff, the department. It was all girls. So I'm working on this patient, and all of a sudden we hear, oh my God, yelling and screaming, Dr. Klein, all this, happiness shit going on. So the patient's looking at me like, what's going on? I'm like, how do I know? I'm back here with you. So we get done and we walk up front to the front desk, and there's Dr. Klein, and he's being mobbed by all the staff. They're hugging him like, what the heck? And my friend Christy goes, Manny, Dr. Klein has something to say or something to tell you. I'm like, obviously. And he goes, Manny, I'm getting married. And I go, why? And you could have heard a pin drop.
He's such a romantic.
And I was like, congratulations. And it was just like, so I was just like, oh my God. Just like I was at the bar one time with some friends, and Buddy was in there, and he's like, oh yeah, man. He goes, I'm getting a divorce. I'm like, congratulations. I'm sorry. I was just like, damn. I didn't know there were so many rules. So anyways,
man, he missed the rule book.
Yeah, man. It's like, no one told me. So now I got like carry shit around. Wait a minute.
What's the correct response?
Let's see. Divorce. Quick. The response for divorce is this a good thing or a bad thing? If you have a friend whose dog loses his eye or has cataracts, should I make jokes about it being a former seeing eye dog? So, hey, DJ Bobby Boom, man.
He's going to DJ a dance tonight.
He's going to what?
He's going to DJ a dance tonight, but he happened to stop in anyway.
DJ, now are you? This is for you, DJ Bobby Boom. You're going to be coming to Connecticut with us, aren't you? I'm pretty sure you said that you were going to be there.
You might be able to make it.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I know I've been bringing your name up, but let us know if you're going to be coming with us. It's the last week of August that we're going to be there. That'd be great because I know that we brought it up with all of us being there together, and my response to that was, we going to jail. So Brenda, and that's right, you're in Washington. OG, bring bail money.
I know. I'm going to bring extra cash just in case I got to bail y'all out. Y'all.
Yeah, that's for Washington, or that's for
Alabama.
Huntsville. Yeah, where's Lori at?
Yeah, where's Lori? Yeah,
we need Lori, man. I miss my Lori. So I know you've been chit-chatting with everybody. Let's see here. Let's get some. Okay, we don't want this anymore. Why I'm sick all the time. We don't want you sick all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
So we don't want that.
You got to get
That's
healthy.
why Manny is so happy. Making fun of blind dogs. Oh, from not being married. Oh, wait a minute. What's this one? I'm good, chilling. Oh, there you go. That's what you were talking about, DJing the dance tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Danny. Mine shit is full of
Birdseed.
Ooh,
That doesn't sound correct.
okay.
Something's not right with that. But
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I concur with OG here. There might be an issue with your poo poo being full of birdseed. My suggestion to this comment: stop eating birdseed.
Yeah, really.
Let's see. Then here you go, my brother Jeremy. With please do not forget this Monday.
That's right.
Jeremy Ross is going to be a hell of a show.
Mm-hmm.
Sneeze and fart at the same time, and you know what happened? Sunshine is I sneezed, farted, and something else all at the same time. I think I saw
hiccup
God
or something, maybe.
Yep. No, let's see. I think.
Well, you got to look it up.
Yeah, it's not like we're live.
Well, the family's very patient with you anyway.
What do you mean patient with me? Let's see. Here we are. Look, we're live.
I know.
Hey. I just sneezed and farted simultaneously while peeing.
Oh, while peeing.
I think I saw God.
Okay. There it is. Okay.
I only post very meaningful things here.
We have the intellectual side.
Yeah, that's the side that goes down on the toilet. Hey, look.
There we are.
Did you guys know that we're live? Right now, we are live. Yep. People are like, right now, Jeremy's like, you know what?
Maybe I won't come on a Monday. No, Jeremy, it'll be better.
No, Jeremy, man. Once you say yes, you gotta come on.
Hey, keep your word.
What's up, champ? Tyler, good man. I tell you, no bullshit, man. I'm really proud of you, brother. I mean, you've come a long way in a short time. And I'm not only talking about the MMA shit either. I'm talking about from when I first met you, started talking to you, to everything you're doing, the changes that you've made, such amazing positive changes that you've made, Tyler. I hope you're as proud of yourself as we are of you.
As we are with all these recovery people.
Everybody.
All these warriors that are on this, on the screen right now.
Oh, yes, because you came on, and that first time that you were a guest on the show, you, like you said, you were a little bit nervous, and you did fine. And that's when you said that you were thinking about wanting to do podcasts and wanting to start doing stuff to share, which is amazing. And you kind of just let it slide. So I'm just like, okay, let's just see what happens. And we talked a few times after, obviously, and you didn't bring it up anymore. And I'm not going to sit there and push it. So whatever. And then all of a sudden you start talking about this MMA stuff. And I'll never forget it, man, because it was the second show we did. So obviously I could see you. And when you brought it up, just the look in your eyes and the tone in your voice was completely different than when you said about wanting to do podcasts. And I remember telling OG, I said, this is what he wants to do. And I saw it and heard it. And there's a thing that a new word that I actually kind of know what it means now, passion. And you found it, man. And I remember Kalisha over at Pine Case Podcast, when you were on her show. I mean, look at you, man, superstar.
Yeah.
You're on all these shows now and all that. And I remember Kalisha saying to you that how proud she was of you. She said, your story, what you were doing, meth, you just jumped right in, man. And how it was basically kicking your ass.
Yeah.
And because I remember when you told me that you were thinking of doing it. And when I saw that, because I remember telling you, I said, well, Tyler, I go, meth and addiction has been kicking your ass for a long time. Why don't you get in the ring and start kicking ass?
Yep.
And you kind of had that little look. And I didn't know if it was a spark something or what. And I remember during that show, you said that, that kind of gave you a little like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Hmm.
And yeah, man, what a difference. And not only physically and everything you're doing, but such a great change in what you're doing as well, just emotionally and socially. When you're doing, we talked a little bit before you went on um, with Kat the other day, and just the stuff you're doing on the shows now, man. I mean, you could just see Tyler. You can see your emotions. You can see, the confidence, man, and just very, very proud of you, brother.
Hmm.
You're really doing great, man. Um,
Well, when you find what you love to do, there you go.
Dan Tyler was on Pine Case. I'm gonna have to go watch it. Yeah, yeah, Danny. He was on Pine Case with Kalisha and Calico,
Hmm.
and they were nice enough to give My Fight Our War a shout out. And yeah, man, Tyler lit it up and did another one with Kat in Boston and did a show with them, and you could just see the
The energy,
the confidence
good
and
energy.
energy. Oh, I'm just let's see. I have to backtrack here because we got Brenda who just put boom. What a powerful statement. So I don't know what statement he said. So
Some
we
of
got to
your
find
words
that.
of wisdom, probably.
Yeah, but DJ Bobby Boom said something, so I got to find that. Jacqueline, thanks for your lives. Hey, thank you
Yeah,
for being part of it,
that's
Jacqueline.
right.
Really appreciate that more than anything. And yes, Sunshine Tyler is fire, man.
Hmm.
And let's clarify something. When Brenda takes a poop, her poop isn't full of bird seed. Her
What?
dog poop is full of bird seed. Unless what you're saying is your poop is dog poop. I mean, you're taking this in
She
some
loves her
weird
dogs, but
you're taking this in some weird directions,
mm.
Sunshine. So
Just be well.
yeah, we just want you well.
Yeah, and your dogs.
Yes.
We love our animals, our fur babies.
And we don't want you sick.
Mm.
So you feel better.
Hmm.
And yes, Danny, he was on Pine Case.
Yeah.
Um, but please don't forget giving out these shout outs and giving out these different events for anybody that's in the Portland, Oregon. Oh, wait a minute. He's not. Where?
Portland, Oregon, and Vancouver.
Well,
It's
no.
not.
For tomorrow.
Oh,
Where is?
oh,
Okay, it's whatever this
Skylar and
the
Kayla.
recovery, or I'm sorry, Another Chance Rehab is
Yeah.
where they're going to be,
Hmm.
and this is tomorrow, Saturday, February 22nd,
In the Portland area.
starting at 6 p.m., 6 to 8. Go to 211 Northeast 18th Avenue to see the one and only Skylar Ray, Kayla McCulhey over at the
It's in
the
Portland,
Another
yeah.
Chance Rehab.
Yeah.
Gonna be a great show. It's in Portland, my
Yep.
man Danny.
Thank you.
So Danny, you gonna be there watching our brother. So hopefully,
If he's not working, I'm sure he would
if
be.
yeah, you and Katie, and hopefully you can get out there. And it's gonna be such a great time in August, and also again. Well, yeah, because we're going to see you guys there as well. August, we're
Hmm.
going to be in Connecticut. We'll be in Detroit one day. Then we're going to be in Connecticut, in New York the same day. Then flying from New York to Detroit
For a
and to
layover,
Oregon
like a
all in one
45-minute
day.
layover, and then on the Portland.
Yeah. So
That'll be a long day.
in 5 days, right? In 5 days, we're going to be Detroit to New York to Connecticut, all within a period of 4 hours. Then we're going to be there for 4 days. Then we're going to leave New York, leave Connecticut to New York, to the White Plains, New York to Detroit for about an hour, leave Detroit again to Oregon for a day, to leave to go back to. Are we going right back to Detroit?
Yes.
Oh, so
Well, I think there might be a layover. I'm not sure right now. I could look it up, but
but
I'm not going to
then
bother.
yeah, I'm I'm not. Me and Katie will
Yeah,
be
Danny
in
can't be there.
Washington tomorrow night.
But you'll see him. You'll see him in August.
Now I'm looking at Jacqueline is going to be
Are you going to be in Alabama when we're in Alabama,
Jacqueline, you're going to be there. We will be there June
Yes.
7th, I think.
6, 7, and 8.
6th, 7th, and 8th. We're going to be there. And Lori is being very gracious, and I'm going to be she's got a nice flyer with a really, really good looking dude up there at the very top right.
Mm-hmm.
So most definitely. Okay,
Oh,
Jacqueline,
great.
tell you what, you
Great.
got to go to, we got a post out there. There's a flyer. And if you look up to the top right, you'll see this mug.
Uh-huh.
So I'll be there along with everyone else having a great time.
And they're auctioning him off.
I'm being auctioned off. I thought it was a joke. And we're gonna have dinner or
lunch or something.
Yeah, we're gonna sit around, have
lunch
a nice
with Manny.
lunch. Yeah, and it's just
Actually,
gonna be nice to chit chat because during the event, there's a lot going on, and it's nice you get to talk to a lot of people. And it's was
Yeah,
Lori. Lori said we were doing it live, and Lori popped on, and she goes, "Just y'all know, just so y'all know, we're auctioning you off to for tickets to have lunch."
For lunch. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah. I said, you had me at lunch, when it comes to food. And that was the end of it. Next thing you know,
he thought she was kidding.
I thought she was kidding. And all of a sudden I see a post and I'm reading this. And I'm like, what the shit? And it was a post on her page. So I'm like, OG.
Mm-hmm.
I go, I feel like a piece of meat. and she goes, we've sold 40 tickets already. And I'm like, my ass. Her and her friend Phyllis bought 20 each.
Yeah, the tickets are going for $1 a piece.
Oh, but yeah, it's going to be a great time. Really looking forward to it. Lori has been doing this for over 9 years in Athens, Alabama. And the work that she has done has just been amazing. She works so hard and has helped so many people. There's been a lot of ups and downs in the past couple of months, and she's held her head high. And with the support of loved ones in the town, the people coming in, the amazing artists that are going to be there. Talking to Jeremy, he's him and some of the people that he's associated with are close with some of the entertainers that are going to be there. And we're also working with Lori to get some of the entertainers to come on My Fight or War. So it's just like you were saying, how this whole
everything is just
this family. It's just like this
growing
door opens
and growing
and there's two
and
more
growing.
doors. So
and it's all these wonderful people. Have you noticed how all these folks are just delightful?
Oh man, they're just so pleasant. Aren't they
pleasant.
just splendid?
Oh,
they are so
delightful.
Pleasant. You are so delightful. You people are just, I just want to hug you and squeeze you and pet you on the head, call you George. They are just so pleasant, aren't they?
Okay.
Oh,
yes, they are.
They just put a little curl in my hair.
So much love.
Oh, I don't have any hair on my back. Most definitely. It's you. I've seen it. It's
yeah.
It's gonna be, so yeah, Jacqueline, it's gonna be a great time. I've never been there, but I've been practicing. I've been working on my southern draw. So as I always tell them, I said, y'all be ready because I'm fixing to come down there and have a good old time, and I'm just gonna tear it up. She said, just be Maddie. And I said, I'm gonna be Maddie. So y'all better be ready. Because if you're not, well, bless your heart.
He's got it all down right. He's been practicing.
I've been practicing, y'all, fixing. And I gotta get my southern draw, and I'm gonna have me some grits. And what's a grit? A tomato or
corn,
a potato or
corn?
I saw it on my cousin Vinny.
And
that is gonna be me. What's a grit? And Manny, what are you saying? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So these two Utes. These two what? The defendants. And yes, shrimp. Oh, Jacqueline, there you go. Shrimp and grits. Shrimp. See, Jacqueline,
well, half of it sounds good.
She made the remember
gumbo?
The shrimp gumbo.
Oh,
Thank you. Oh, Susie's in the house.
Did you just bite your foot?
But yeah, it's gonna be a great time, man. All this stuff that's going on. I get a little bit edgy at times, so sometimes you may not notice this lovely, cheerful, cheerful
Your face. Facade.
this facade.
Facade. How's that?
Yeah,
That's a
this
good word.
pleasant, cheerful face. It's so funny because people are like, they'll ask me questions about people, guests on the show. What do they really like? What do they like off camera? Well, that's like I always say, I am the same pleasant asshole off camera that I am on camera. So as soon as this thing shuts off, I'm like, God,
No,
no, man,
no, not at all.
no. I've been so blessed with the people that I've gotten to know.
Mhm.
Danny, did
Yes.
you just say it's going to be
Yeah,
a hoot? A hoot?
Okay, that's
Danny,
good.
you trying to be funny, or did you mean to say hoot?
No,
It's
he
going to be a hoot.
Yeah,
You're not Southern, are you? Hoot. I like that. Now I'm going to have to use hoot.
maybe from the south of Portland.
Is that you Southern Portland? It's going to be a hoot. Everything I'm going to say now is going to come out Southern. I got till June to get my Southern draw coming on. I'm fixing to get out there and maybe have some possum pie. Do they have possum pie?
Probably so.
Yeah. I'm going to have me some possum pie with a side of grits.
We're gonna have to have them watch some fried green tomatoes, and have them maybe pick up a couple
fried green tomatoes. I'm gonna have
it's
a
a
fried
movie.
green tomato.
Well, yeah, they do fried green tomatoes, but it's also a
Yeah.
movie where you pick up some Southern twang.
Headed to
Dialect.
Lori's page to buy some tickets. We'll have some lunch. Yeah, we're gonna get a Dubs burger.
Mhm.
Yeah, no expense, man. Dubs burger. So anyway, what else we got? We got anything else before we end this?
No, because you need to save your voice.
Save the voice.
That's the nurse out coming in.
Things that I never thought that would.
Hot
would
tea, honey, sugar,
have, I mean,
lemon.
A cup with lozenges. Stuff that's just like, things that I never thought I would be told to worry about. Manny, you got to save your voice for your next show. What? Yeah. Just like I told my one buddy at the gym one time, and it happened again at work over at Harley, the Harley Davidson's dealership I'm at, work at. And I was on the phone on 2 occasions. And the one time I was on the phone, I was on the phone with the same person at 2 different locations. And it was Matt Cronin, who is our producer. So I'm on the phone, and I was at work, and my buddy Derek was talking to me. And I turned around, and he didn't see me holding the phone. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I go, "Yeah, I got to take this." And and I go, "Hold on a minute." I go, "It's my producer calling from New York. We're talking over some show prep going on." And I stopped, and I'm like, I started laughing. I go, "I'm sorry. I got to go beat my own ass." He's like, "What?" And I go, "It's just instead things that I would say are." Excuse me, it's my parole officer. I gotta
in the old days
to see if I can go out of state. But so yeah, words I never thought I'd be using are I have to talk to my producer about flight arrangements to go to a show to do show prep or to be a guest on another show. It was like, and save your voice. It was like, it sounds so freaking silly, but
those are your words now. You got to save your voice.
Jacqueline. Hot toddy without the naughty.
Exactly.
I tell you what, Jacqueline.
Exactly. She was listening.
You're good, because I tell you what, I remember a long time ago. I was, probably 15, 20 years ago, somewhere 15 years ago. I remember I had some issues, and the person I was seeing dropped off a bag with a bottle of whiskey, honey, and tea. Hot toddy. Well, I'd never had one before. And left a note. It said, didn't want to come in, didn't want to get sick. Left a note that said, just have a cup of hot tea, a little bit of honey, honey, and just a little bit of whiskey. Stir it up and drink that. Man, I drank that, and all of a sudden I'm sweating. But all of a sudden I started to feel a little better. So I had another one. And then I had another one, and I had a little less tea and a little more whiskey. By the 4th one, I get a phone call. She's like, "Hey, how you feel?" I go, "I feel great. These things work great." And she's like, How much whiskey are you putting in? All of it. But I like that. The hottie toddy without the naughty.
Hey, Skylar, we were talking about you
Hey, Skylar Ray. Did I
in
mention?
the house.
Did I mention that my brother Skylar Ray and the lovely, talented Kayla McCahey are going to be at 211 Northeast 18th Avenue tomorrow between 6 and 8 p.m. Friday or Saturday, February 22nd
Portland,
at
Oregon.
the Another Chance Rehab Facility
Mhm.
to put on another badass show the way only Skylar and Kayla can.
There you go.
How was that for a promo for you?
That's right.
Did I get any of it right?
We did talk about it. We already mentioned it a couple of times, but
Yeah,
now
so
we'll
I
mention it
just-
again since you're here.
I just read what you sent me. So I'm just reading what you sent me, brother. And that is the Road to Recovery Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Skylar Ray, Kayla McCahey, Another Chance Rehab. Friday, Saturday, 22nd, 211 Northeast 18th Avenue, starting at 6 p.m. till 8.
If you're in the neighborhood, please
go show support and love to the one and only Skylar and Kayla, and all the amazing people at Another Chance Rehab.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an
Good
amazing
work.
show.
They do good work.
Yep. And that's Skylar and Kayla, man. I mean, they're always on the go, always doing stuff. So please, if you're in the area, stop in, show some
Yeah, that's what
support,
he
show
said,
some
stop
love,
in,
man. Let people, in the area that maybe might not know about it, make a call, hit them up, send some messages, email, text, whatever it takes. Let them know. It's going to be a hell of a show.
Even if they're active addiction, take them.
Bring them, man. Let's
Let them see some positive
let's
energy.
do some let's get some positivity going. Let's get
Mhm.
some love and support and motivation, and if needed, give them that kick in the ass.
Yeah, Manny's good for that.
You gotta get that kick in the ass.
Every now and then.
And Skylar, I'm not sure how long you've been on, but we've been talking about the our agenda that we're going to be
In August.
in August. I believe I'm going to try this again. The end of August, August 24th, I believe that you and Kayla are flying into Connecticut to meet up with Coach and do some stuff. And we are flying in, I believe, the 26th, 7th.
It's a Wednesday.
We're flying in the 27th, and I know also you have some other engagements that you're going to be doing as well. Besides the one that we are both part of with Coach.
And we're going to throw him in prison, but don't forget.
Yeah, you're going to prison, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So
get your songs ready.
Another, I know you were talking to Coach about it. So if you want to throw that in there too, we'll discuss that. And yeah, it's going to be a great time.
Mm-hmm.
So please check out Skylar and Kayla tomorrow night, 6 p.m. at the Another Chance Rehab Center.
And don't forget Monday.
And Monday with my brother Jeremy.
Uh-huh.
No, not Skylar. Uh-oh. Danny.
Oh, yeah. Danny. Skylar's on.
Yes. Yes, he's on. So everyone's got to be nice now. All those things that you
Stop
guys
talking
are saying about Skylar, he's here now. Told you. He's used the force.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Skylar, did you check this out? To help my throat. Our family member, old Jacqueline there. I got to give me the hottie toddy without the naughty. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'll bring some tea and
man.
sugar and honey and lemon.
I tell you what, that actually does work, man. It was scary. Besides flying there, that was it. Last month is when I had that bad issue with my throat and I was losing my voice. It was so, here it was a week ago, Monday, before we left for New York. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what is going on? And also I was losing my voice again. Tuesday, it was like getting worse. I was like, you gotta be kidding. I was fine, totally fine up until the week before, which what exactly happened last time. Yeah, so that was unreal.
Jackie's got a question. Well, some of these things that we're doing, will they be live? So those who can't make it can watch and enjoy. I don't know about what they're doing. I know he will be going Manny will be going live probably a number of times.
When we are in
Connecticut.
Connecticut, the end of August with Coach, I promise you, I will set up the camera, or if
Mhm.
not, my phone. I will
Yep.
get the tripod set up. This when Coach has a couple ideas. Obviously, Skylar is performing. I think is I know you're performing in um,
Portland.
with
Brenda.
Sunshine. I know
Mhm.
you're doing that, so I don't want to say give wrong information, but another thing Coach wants to do is we're all gonna do some speaking and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
what he also wants to do is like have a table set up for us and almost like a Q&A with the audience. So we're gonna be available
That'll be interesting.
for everyone who's there. And I guess it's going to be an amazing turnout, as what Coach said. So
Mhm.
I'm really looking forward to being live in front of that many people to interact with in person. But yes, Jacqueline, I'm going to definitely make sure that it's set up um, either with just the simple phone setup, which is fine, um, to make it that much more involvement for the people who can't be there.
Mhm.
So thank you for bringing that up. Definitely appreciate it. And Jacqueline, thank you for coming on. I mean,
Yep.
you're on quite a bit, man.
Mhm.
When we pop on here, just like the rest of you guys, man, it's so nice to see all the names pop up here. And when we do this,
Mm.
it's and then the support and the love and motivation from everybody, just like all of us. Uh, you guys know that Sunshine's not feeling good. Boom, shout it out. Shouts and love and positive thoughts and prayers for her. Screaming Scott, Karen's mom, Scott's dad, my father. The love and support in this family is absolutely second to none, and it never is taken for granted. Trust me, it really isn't.
Oh no, he loves it.
And so please, if you've got something going on, I have. Where'd it go? I have 7 children, so this is
Whew.
my self care time. 7 children.
Woo.
I don't know, Jacqueline, if you saw the show that I did with a radio legend, not only in Detroit but a radio icon, Screaming Scott Randall, who unfortunately is what I just told you about his father. Um, I mean, this man. I mean, he picks up the phone and he's like, "Hey, it was David Lee Roth, it was David Kroll, it was all these, these. That's the stroke this guy has." And um, just all this stuff that you know, your words matter and the things you say matter and all that stuff. So, thank you, Brenda. Brenda, you're still trying to dig your way out of this.
I try to make it clear.
Just want
It's
to be
not her
clear, it's
poop. It's
not my poop that has bird seed in it. Manny Vitale was talking about dogs
the.
taking a crap on the table, and my pups are eating my bird seed. So, okay, we're just going to clarify this. When Brenda is pooping on the table, her poop does not have bird seed in it. It's her dogs who have bird seed in it when they poop on the table. I'm just messing with you, Sunshine. I hope that makes you feel better. Put a little smile on your face, telling everybody that you poop on your table.
That's him.
Hey,
Don't.
I think it's safe to say we love it when you and OG pop on live. Oh, it's just great being on here, man. And I swear to God, right now, where is he? Uh he's like, well, maybe I'm busy Monday now. Jeremy is gonna fit right in, man. I can't wait till Monday. Jeremy Ross, please, you guys. He's really, really laughing and coughing up my other lung.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
See that?
It's better than Mucinex.
They say cough, bring that shit up.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what happens when you watch Manny? He makes me shit birdseed and puke up a lung. I am just what the doctor ordered.
Mhm.
OG's a RN, so she
Yeah.
OG RN GA whatever. You throw a bunch of initials at it and see what sticks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you've been on here for an hour and 19 minutes.
I have. Oh, have I been.
God,
I apologize for talking so much.
you can't shut her up.
Mhm.
She keeps going and going and going. Oh, and to Chad Valier, I don't know if I sent him or not. I got all these pictures about the equipment for the podcast. I do apologize for not calling you back. If you happen to see any of this, pictures are on their way. But okay. I think we've pretty much covered everything. And thank God we've clarified that Brenda only poops regular poop when she poops on the picnic table. So, Sunshine.
And when he sees you, he's going to bring that up again. I'm just going to
Oh.
forewarn you. His memory is amazing.
And it just might be when I get the mic and I'm on stage. You never know what I'm going to talk about. Hey, like the Energizer Bunny.
Yeah.
Danny. Okay. Well, listen, guys. I could go for another hour, man, but I think my voice is saying kind of knock it off. But push. Okay, what is this? I just want to make sure we covered everything. We did.
We got Skylar tomorrow and Jeremy Ross on Monday.
Skylar and Kayla tomorrow. One last time. Skylar, Kayla tomorrow, 6 p.m. February, Saturday the 22nd, 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. 211 Northeast 18th Avenue. The Road to Recovery Tour, another chance rehab center. Please check out my brother and Kayla and show some love and support for all the people there. The amazing staff, the amazing people over at Another Chance Rehab, and show some love. So
and
until
Monday,
then,
7 p.m., Jeremy Ross.
Monday, 7 p.m. ish.
They
7 p.m.
They know. They already know.
Ish. Hey, you
the
know,
family knows.
If you see my name and it's scheduled for a certain time, it's always ish.
Except for as you get on an airplane.
Oh, yeah,
that's different.
That's another thing. You know, I'm usually okay. That's beyond my control, but I don't know if I'm the only one, and then I'll sign off. Airplanes, man. I went from never flying until I fly once, and then I did.
I know.
Now I'm flying like every 5 to 6 weeks. I'm flying, and every freaking time, I swear to God, they pump like chloroform into the and only my seat.
Yeah.
Because I'll get in the plane, and we've been, with our points and all that stuff. OG's been
able to finagle.
surprising me, and we've been getting first class. And
he needs it for those big shoulders.
Well, then sometimes we're in the very back of the. And when I say in the back,
by the toilet, yeah.
The only thing behind me is the shitter. So we're either in the very first two seats or the very last two, or we're in row 5, which is
the first row of the comfort
class.
Again, because the seats are a little bit bigger. And,
they're a little bigger. And then the seat that I sit in, there's no seat in front of the seat 5A.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. There's no, I mean, I love it. And it's so comfortable. But it doesn't matter if I'm in first class, comfort class, or sitting next to the shitter. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden we're talking, and I'm like, oh no, it's happening. And I'm done.
He's out.
Mid sentence. I'm sitting there talking, and I'm like, oh shit. She's like, what? I go, it's happening. What's happening? I'm gonna fuss. I'm out. This last time was the ice storm. Oh, and by the way, another thing I don't suggest doing is if a plane happens to crash, a Delta plane, and you're on a Delta plane, and we're going down a runway, and you hear the passenger next to you go, oh shit. And all of a sudden he leans over the aisle and he shows OG his phone of a upside down plane that just crashed in Toronto.
Yeah, that was the day we were flying.
That's what we were going down. We were
runway
catching to take off as he shows this picture
of this plane crash.
Us about to take off. So yeah, but it didn't matter. Even
he fell asleep anyway.
It didn't matter.
He went right to sleep.
Yeah, I look over and I'm like, oh, that's too bad. Done. And it's just like I hear people talking, and all of a sudden I heard, he's asleep. Oh, I tried to wake up. Oh. It's like, do you want anything? Yeah. It's insane, but it's just I don't sleep much, during like now normal time with everything that's going on. something about
That
that
plane.
freaking plane. I mean, I sitting at the gate. I'm sitting there looking out the window, and I was just like,
Away he goes.
like, I was just like, something's wrong. Oh, but that's it. My son saw your lives. I shared with others on my page. It was talking about how big man. Oh, I thought you were going to say something about me falling asleep.
No, about
Yeah.
your big shoulders.
Oh my God. But Jacqueline, I tell you what, that was so damn funny. You know, me trying to explain oh no, what's wrong? I'm falling. I'm trying to say I'm falling asleep. And all that came out was, I'm falling.
Gone.
Oh, Jacqueline, I'm looking forward to meeting you. And
Y'all.
did I say it? Did I say y'all?
No, I just did.
Oh,
I just said it because
well, I'm practicing.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing y'all. So I got practice.
That's in June.
Yeah, so in June I'll be y'all and fixing and bless your heart. And here I thought bless your heart was like a term of endearment thing. Like, oh, they're so nice.
Bless
Manny,
our
they're just
heart.
they just shined your ass. What? That's a bad thing? Wait a minute. So here I am, bless your heart. I'm like, they like me.
Not necessarily.
So, all right. Good night, guys. Hope to catch y'all. Oh, she did say y'all. Hope to catch y'all
There you go.
next time.
Okay.
Well, thank y'all for sharing this hour and 26 minutes with us. Really appreciate it. Like I said, this is definitely my happy place, man. I really, you know what? I'm just sitting here looking at Jeremy Ross. And I go, how did he get that lion up there? It's me. It's because it matches the blue Jeremy Ross,
Yeah.
and it's right next to it. It was like, he's got
Detroit Lions.
Okay, I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, you're getting tired.
Oh my God. So Jacqueline, tell your son I said hi, and everyone else, I love you guys. Brenda, I hope you feel better. Danny, Katie, everyone on here. My brother Skylar, have a great show, man. I know you guys are gonna tear it up.
If King's still on and Leroy's still on.
Yeah, Jeremy, I
listen.
will be going live with you Monday, brother.
Yay.
And Leroy, will hit me up when you have time, and we'll chit chat about the amazing news. And looking forward to sharing that with everybody. So until then, you guys have a great night. Love you guys. Keep fighting the good fight.
Good night.